as per the title of the video, you might have figured, today we're going to be trying out that BetterPress that Melanie over at Scrappy Shack sent me as a gift. And I did put a link to her store in the description. I don't get anything for you going to her store. I just love her. And I hope that if you need anything that's not Maker Forte or Hedgehog Hollow, go and shop with her. She's amazing, and she's an amazing person as well. And, anyway, there's lots of fun stuff coming up with her. But today I wanted to try it out. So I have never used the BetterPress. I did go and watch some videos on it. I'm going to load up the video on here because once we go live, I won't be able to see stuff. So I did watch some videos on it, like what to do, what not to do, like all that kind of stuff. So we will be checking that out today. Come on. All right. All right, so yes, so we're going to be checking it out today. I'm going to be using it. I've never opened it. It's still sealed the way she sent it to me. As I say, I watched some videos. I watched some do's, some don'ts. I'm sure lots of you have ideas as well on how to use it. I also grabbed some other like plates and dies and stuff because I thought we could try out some things. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. That's pretty much it. So I, Mr. Dr. Blush is here. I'm busy, but I can't. Thanks, babe. He hasn't even sent me a message. He didn't reply to my message. So yeah, he's super busy. Anyway, so totally throws me off every time. Lost my flow. You got a #1 badge, babe. So has Jen. Debbie's got #3. Do you guys see that? Like you get these little badges next to you. Barbara's got one, #1. I think it's like commenter or something. Anyway. So yeah, every time he throws me off, he puts that comment in and I'm just like, I don't know what I was talking about. So anyway, I didn't blush so bad today though. I did pretty good. Anyway, let's just move on. So yes, we're going to try out this BetterPress. I've got some other things here I want to share with you and try. And we're just going to kind of experiment and see what happens. I actually organized one of my paper drawers yesterday. I'm trying to work on organizing my craft room so it's better for lives and things. Top 3 gets crowns. I got it. You got a #1, Melissa. So, anyway, side note. So yeah, so let's dive into the BetterPress. Oh, reminders. The ink sale ends at the end of this video. So once I've gone live, I'm going to go print out all the orders we've got, and then ink prices will go back up to what they were. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, I listed some sticky grid I found. Eventually I'll get through all of these boxes. Eventually. I found some sticky grids, so I listed that. You want to love it. And I'm going to try it today. I think based off a video I saw, I'm like, I think it actually would be better with sticky grid. That is a fun job, Mary. You can do it while we're watching and while we're crafting together. And then I also, I think it was Olivia asked me, I found 8 pairs, 8 sets, 8 whatever they're called, of the on the hook tweezers. And I listed them. I took 1, there was 9. So now we have 8. So I listed those as well. And I don't know if these will ever come back, but they're amazing. Like if you're weeding or using gems or whatever, I'm going to use them today, I think, for this. Just from the tutorials I've seen, I've grabbed stuff I think I'll use, but I don't really know. So we'll see. Who knows? Anyways, any days, I'm going to switch this around. No. See how we're doing on the desktop here. How's that? That's about right. That's pretty good. So this is my maker's mat from yesterday. I just thought I'd leave it out in case we get inky or something. I'm going to try it first with my Jane Davenport. So this is my Jane Davenport machine. It's a Spellbinders machine. I've never ever used it. So I thought, well, I don't actually know where the original plates for it were. So, I thought this was a good way to use it. So let's open up the kit that Melanie sent me. So this is the BetterPress kit. I don't know, Barbara. I'm a pink girl. We have the snow flurries. That's really unique. I love the snow flurries. I'm trying to think. snow flurries, clear, the blues, the muscle car, the Vegas strip, the Cotswold green I used yesterday, all the pinks. I don't know, they're all fun colours. So, this is their ink. So I watched the video. So this was developed with Ranger on the ink. Okay, good to know, Kelly. Thank you. So they developed this with Ranger. It's like the archival, but it's thicker, is what they said. I also obviously want to try it with Color Hive, with Remarkable too. This is their tape. So this is like their version of the pink tape that I love as well. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, it's an awesome price. Okay. So this is the paper they include in the kit. So there's a gray, there's a cream, and there's a white. Now they said that this is a cotton-based paper, so it's a little bit different. It's more absorbent. I'm going to try the Maker Forte ink too. Maker Forte paper. And as I organize my cardstock drawer, which I will do like a full craft room tour at some point, but we're going to try that too. So here's some of our pre-cut card bases. I'm going to put those over there. You can definitely feel the texture on this. And I have lots of different kinds of paper, as you all know. I actually found a pack of Perfect Blend paper. For those of you who remember that. Is there an opening for this, or I just tear it? Okay, so here's your bottom plate, here's the magnetic piece, and these are the shims, instructions, and this is the die that it comes with. So lots of you have probably know a lot about this already, and I'm probably the one who's on the back foot here, just learning and starting stuff. So one thing I did see was to not put tape looped around to hold your cardstock on here, because it means you don't get a good impression. Now I don't know how many shims I need, so let's just have a quick read. Let's have a craft tape, platinum, some of that. There's your card piece, da 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 da. Okay, it doesn't tell you how many shims. So when you, Kelly, when you use it with your Spellbinders, did you, oh, now we're gonna get competitive about the crowns, I see. How many shims do you use, Kelly, when you're doing it in your thing? Do you use all of them? I'm going to put them in and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen, right? So we're going to start here. Now my idea was, because I saw that they were like, oh, you know, stick the thing in the middle here with their tape. But I thought about doing it with sticky grid. I don't know if anyone's tried that, but we're going to try that. So we're going to cut our sticky grid down to card front size. So we're going to go, this will be the 4.25, this will be the 5.5. Okay, so that's card front size piece of sticky grid. And I use sticky grid in my Misty. I use it everywhere. Oh, okay. Alright, we will see. So the first thing I do with a new piece of sticky grid is I stick a piece of cardstock on it. And I take some of the tack off, because I find like the first one, it sticks really hard, and then after that it's nice and easy. So we're going to take this. And so the reason I cut it the whole thing was because I saw this girl and she was like, whatever you do, don't have raised pieces in some areas and not in others, i.e. like tape underneath of it. So I was like, well, if my sticky grid's the whole size, then surely that's going to work well. So we'll see. So we're going to start off with their paper. We're going to do everything their way, and then we're going to try my ways. I think that sounds like a good plan. So I'm going to put my cardstock on here. I'm going to put my die on here. So they feel different. They're like, I don't know, almost like soft touch cardstock. So we're going to start off with their ink. And then we're going to take our piece. And I like that it locks in like this. And then, hey Amy. Yeah, I haven't either, Melissa. And you know I'm on like, I'm not buying craft supplies, but Melanie sent me this. She's like, you're going to love this. So I said, okay. Alright, so I'm going to just wind it through my Jane Davenport. And now I can feel the pressure. Okay. She needs a little bit of WD-40, I think. And I heard, don't run it through a second time, just run it through once. I'm guessing because there's a little bit of flex in those magnets feeling it, that you're not going to get that perfect impression a second time. So I'm just going to put this on the floor next to me for a minute. I'd say that's a pretty good first impression. It's nicely divoted. It's nicely inked. I like it. And then, where's my tweezers? Just to lift up that edge from the sticky grid. I don't want the sticky grid to lift up. I think it's going to. I think maybe because it's a cotton paper, so it's going to like stick a little bit more. But that's the nice thing about this. It's going to stick it back in. And for anyone who hasn't gone down the sticky grid rabbit hole, I think it's life-changing. So, all right, so that's their paper and their ink. So I keep meaning to put pens in here. How can I have a craft one that doesn't have anything to write with? What's this? I just want to tell it maybe a little. Okay, so Spellbind, I'm going to write on the back. Spellbinders paper and ink. So now we're going to do Spellbinders paper, but I'm going to do Maker Forte ink. So I'm going to take my Remarkable. So I'm just lightly touching it on here. So the ink seems to be sticking. Has anyone else tried the Remarkable on here? I like the embossedness of it. That's what I was like, well, it's just a stamp, but it does kind of give that nice 3D letterpress impression. So I'm going to stick my cardstock back on here. Tape the platform to the bottom corner so it doesn't shift and you can re-ink and run through. Ah, okay. So now we'll run it through this way. So this one was gifted to me, so I have to say. And I did put a link to Melanie's store and she has some great coupons, like summer sale coupons on there. Okay, so this is Maker Forte ink. So it's a little bit thicker of an impression, a little bit deeper of an impression with the ink. So our ink is definitely darker than their ink, just to kind of give you an idea. So we're going to write again. And this loses its tack over time, so like after a couple of goes, it'll come off nice and easily. And you can use your tweezers to go underneath. So we can do this. I got the small black ones of yours to use on. Okay. So I'm going to do Color Hive plus SB paper. And I just re-inked that pad, so it's super, super juicy too. Okay, we'll do their ink with my paper. Because apparently this paper is super pricey. And if the paper makes a difference, you know I'm going to go find the right paper, right? Because I looked at the price and I nearly fell off my chair. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing. I'm just sticking it on. I know you guys can't see it, it's just slightly off screen. I'm just sticking my paper on. This is Maker Forte's, this is from the 40 piece or the pre-cut. It's all the same cardstock. It's the Maker Forte cardstock. Soon to be known as Hedgehog Hollow cardstock. Definitely needs a little bit of oil. We'll see, I don't see the difference. Can anyone see a difference? It's still embossed. I'm like really closely examining it. I honestly don't see a difference. With the Spellbinders paper, I get a deeper impression. So I'm looking at the stem here, I can see it. And I would say it's the same. Now we're going to try Color Hive and Maker Forte paper. Oh, the one on the right is mine. The one on the left was theirs. So I'm just going to write on this. I'm going to do SB ink and MS paper. Because I won't remember at the end. I mean the paper, yes, the ink, not so much. So we'll do one more, another little experiment. And now I'm going to use Maker Forte ink. So it is a really nice paper, and I found out I can still get it. The sad thing is Geminino will never be back. They stopped making it. I'm trying to find something equivalent, but I'm really struggling. So I just use my Remarkable, I just re-inked this one. This is my old one. So it's super, super juicy right now. So I'm hoping I didn't over splodge on it. I tried to be really light as I inked it. But I literally re-inked it before the video, so it's had no time to settle. Oh, and for those who asked yesterday, there are 48 inks currently. Because I sorted my inks, I put them in rainbow order. I started to get my brushes in. I'm getting my act together here. So you can use your mini Remarkables from the kit next week. Oh, the paper gen, I'm using sticky grid. And I added a few packs in the store. So just sticky grid. And then I want to do some other experiments with this. I want to move. I want to put my die cutting machine on. Okay, so this is Maker Forte paper and Maker Forte ink. So let's compare. This is Spellbinders ink with Maker Forte paper. So I did splodge a little bit, but I splodged on this one too. But it's equally as deep. And then this is on their paper. So I actually think, so my one's on the left. Actually, I really like how crisp this one looks. This one to me just still looks a little bit creamy, and this is supposed to be their ultra white paper, so I don't know. But, and this one's splotched. But I think it's just this, I really think was user error. Because sticker cut. Oh, I missed you, tweezers. And let me write on the back because I'm going to forget. Yeah, my ink's a little bit darker, I think. So MF, ink, and paper. Now I'm going to put this back on here. I like having this on here to not have to do tape all the time. This would drive me crazy. I'm going to put this just in my tape drawer. Hey, Laura. All right, so that being said, now you're going to have to tell me. That's kind of a little secret surprise. So I have here has anyone tried? So these are my foil press dies. Has anyone tried putting these through the letterpress? I'm trying to find something. I know, I have so many of these, and I've never used any of them. These two are open. I actually have 2 ideas I want to try, so we're gonna just have a little play. I need to find. I have no idea what color this is. Oh, it's white. Alright. Dies are too thick for it. Oh, this isn't a die. This is their hot glimmer thing. And on the packet to this one, what is it? It says letterpress. Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? This one's called Gilded Trimmings. I don't know if any of these are still available, by the way, so I don't know. I'm just going to put it on and see what happens. The worst is it doesn't go through, or it doesn't give me an impression. And then we're going to try something else, because I have another idea, and if this works, I think it's going to be really pretty. I think you can glimmer the BetterPress, but not the other way. Well, I guess we're about to find out. You know me. So they don't take the ink as well. Like, I'm really having to work to get the ink on here. The ink just beads up on these ones. So I don't think we're going to get a very good impression. I kind of wonder if I did it in... Well, we'll do it a couple of different ways. I'm going to put this on a surface so I don't have to keep. Alright, so it's on my little toolbox to the side. So, let's see what happens. So it runs through fine. What the impression's going to be like, I don't know. Oh, it's not bad. I would say that's not bad. What do you all think? Oh, well, I think it came out okay. I like to just try. That's the thing. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. We dropped below 82,000 subscribers, and I really want to get it back up again. We're at 81.9. We're like 15 short. So if you're new, subscribe, because we do all sorts of experiments here. And I'll do the experiments so you don't have to ruin your own craft supplies. And then you can also decide what you want to buy. My other thought with this has double-sided tape, I think, on the back. So I just want to give this little wipe. We'll clean it at the end. Is what if, and I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah, not bad for beaded ink. So this is another Spellbinders plate that I had. And I'm just using the Maker Forte cardstock, pre-cut cardstock, because I got lots of it. And you guys can have lots of it too. What if we wanted to ombre? So what if I wanted to do, I know this isn't necessarily the ideal dye to do it with, but what if I wanted to do this with this? Or if I was to buy Roy G. Biv, that's really tough. I like Flamingo or Pit Stop Pink. Telephone Box is my favorite red. Red List is my favorite orange. I really like lemon, but I guess yellow, would be English mustard because we haven't got the Yellowstone right now. Green, Cotswold Green, Hyde Park, Fresh Prince, depends how bright you want to be. Blue, Muscle Car or Vegas Strip, and then violet, Shell Suit or Carnation Purple, and then Snow Flurries in clear, and then the black you have to get in the kit. Yeah, that's what I read, that their cardstock was cotton bay. So I'm going to take here some Pit Stop Pink. Again, I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to find out. And I'm going to take some Muscle Car. And I did my lightest color first. And now I'm going to take... I'm going to take then my... Really, I wanted to use my glitter brush, but I just don't want a harsh edge. So I'm just taking my flat brush and blending. Yeah, and you could even blend more and make like real purple in here. I also thought whether I should spritz it with water. I don't know. I'm going to just try stuff and see what happens. There's my water one. It says H2O on it. I have lots of cleaning fluids, not much water. Cotton candy, H2O. So I'm really misting from far away because I don't want a ton of water. I just want to like mist it lightly. And then I'm going to put this on top. I'm going to run it through. Not bad. So you definitely could do something like that too. So there's another idea of using different colors. That's what I saw come, that it's cotton based. That's what they were saying on their own video that I watched. All right, one more idea. All right, we need to just clean up a little bit. So I'm going to grab some Squid Buster. I'm guessing they're archival. We'll have to use. Just clean this one. Okay, so my last idea, and then I want to share something with you, and you guys can tell me if this exists or not yet, because this was something we were going to come out with. All right. So the only embossing powder I found so far is white, so that's what we're going to use. I'm going to take my piece of cardstock. I'm going to go back and I'm just going to clean this. Actually, let's grab some. take some more. I don't have any archival cleaner. I don't like archival cleaner, it's too oily. Maybe you just don't get it clean. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to go back to this original one. Because I want to try out an effect, so I want to like not have any variables in here. I'm giving this a quick clean. Where did you go, buddy? It's still good. So all I would do is just give it a good shake, because the particles in it, like there's different particles in them, may well separate. But like this white, so I had pigment in the bottom and then I had the powder separated, so I just gave it a good shake and it's good to go again. Or at least I know that's the case with like the ones that we had, because these haven't been used in 3 years and they still work great. Just make sure this is nice and dry. So the original people who made embossing powder back when I was doing mine, they actually went out of business, and I don't know who makes it now. I have to look into it. But they used to make it in-house and it was really nice. So I want to do, I have a piece of black Maker Forte cardstock. I need to just use a little tool off screen, because unless you're coming to class next week, you won't know what it is for a little bit. But it's something to do with heat embossing. So now I'm going to take my clear. Clear still feels pretty juicy. I don't know if this works. Someone can tell me if they've tried this. Have you tried doing it with clear and heat embossing it? Because I think it would look foiled. I mean, I wish I had a gold or something, but I only have white, so that's what I'm going to do. Excuse me, Oreo. So I don't know if you can see, but you can see that impression. And my cardstock's a little bit small and I had it right at the top, but I'm not worried about that right now. Has anyone else tried this? Or am I the only crazy person that thought of doing this? I'm going to grab just a blank piece of cardstock, a big one. I don't have spoons or anything, so I'll just go in old school. There's a couple of lumps in here, but nothing crazy. I'm sure I could stir those back up. No, not so much. Maybe it needs more ink. Maybe my ink's super dried out. I think it has potential. Maybe if my ink wasn't dried out. Let's try it again. See if I can get better coverage. Alright, let's do that again. So, same deal. Because I just know what it's going to look like when I finish it. Okay, let's try that again. Piece of black. And my black are pre-cut to my middle size layer, so that's why they're not full A2 size. Where's my tweezers? Okay, so we push that down. I'm going to re-ink this real quick. Carmen says, I try to abide by the rules when it comes to recruitment. Oh, I'm the worst rule breaker ever. I'm the worst employee you could ever have. I'm not good with rules. Oh yeah, this one's thirsty. Alright, so let's just re-ink this one up. I definitely want to get clear re-inkers too. Hey Eileen. So I'm just working that ink into the ink pad. I don't have the Spellbinders machine anymore. I had it when it first came out and I reviewed it, and it wasn't a fan. I actually ended up using the Gemini one, and I still have it. Alright, so I'm going in wild with this one. It's going to be super juicy. Now it's probably going to splodge everywhere. I'm going to center up my paper-ish. And this might not work. I don't know. Oh, I didn't put anti-static on it. We'll survive. Yeah, right. There's rules apparently. So here you can see, and you're right, you really can see, I got a splodge here because it's recently made, but you can definitely see the thing on there. I think it would also, oh no, I've got another idea. Okay. If this works, could you imagine doing it clear and then having like a debossed resist? I think that would be pretty too. Can you see this is how my brain works? Poor Dr. Blush. Can you imagine what he has to go through? But this is how my brain works when I'm cooking, everything. Maybe twice would be the key. Oh. Maybe I just need to like... I think it worked. I didn't powder it. Like anti-static it, which is on me. That's a pretty good impression. We're going to heat it in a second. Let's do that. And then I'm going to do another one because I have another idea. You know me and my ideas. I don't even know if this tool still gets hot, but we're going to see. Why am I doing this with my fingers? I have tweezers. Okay, so apart from the fact I broke the rule of not using anti-static powder, I actually think that came out really pretty. And so it's debossed, but then embossed. So there's another way that you can use them. But what I wanted to think was, so I've seen people make cool textured background and then BetterPress on it. I actually saw someone do it on alcohol ink paper. It's really pretty. But I wonder if you did it in reverse, but not alcohol ink paper, just regular paper. So let's do, I'm just going to use this one. So I'm not going to use any ink. I'm just going to run it through with paper. I don't know why I did it that way either. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I know, Aria. Excuse me. So now we know that the clear ink works. You could definitely do it with kaleidoscope powders and all kinds of other things. This one now has a little bit of black behind it, but it's fine. It should be really pretty to now put something over the top. Can you imagine if you did it in fog and you just had that like in the background? So you could do second and third generation prints with it. I think that would be pretty. Like you could just keep going and going once you've done black. But if you use Make a Forte, because you can go, you know, through many generations. But I'm just going to do this with clear. Choose a little bit of anti-static on this time. So here we go. And then let's go. Excuse me. Orio's very interested in our letterpress techniques, our BetterPress techniques, I should say. Because the same thing, there's a little bit of black still on there, but I'm not worried about that because I'm going to cover this now with embossing powder. Aria, Hollis, move. So that's the only thing I'm finding is I just have to go in a couple of times with my powder. And it's hard to see with the white on white if I really missed anywhere. So I would just say, just spend a little bit of time going in a couple of times. Okay, so there you go. We're going to try a couple of different things with these prints. This one is the one that comes with the letterpress. Letterpress. So this one comes with it. And then Melanie also sent me an A. Tilly will be 10 in September. So for this, you're going to want to make sure your dyes are nice and clean. This one obviously has a little bit of black in it, but it's fine. But I really like that embossed, debossed kind of like effect to it. But what I thought was two different things. So first, I just want to wipe my surface off because it's going to be a little bit powdery and inky and everything. Make sure it's nice and clean. Alright, so that's that. Oh, what did I miss in the comments here? Got the inks, but not sure it's all of them. I think some are sold out. I need those. Okay, so I know I don't have black. I know we don't have... No, not shell soup. Bubble gum. There's 2. But everything else, I think, should be there. Oh, and the black. So there should be 45. Because there's 48 total. So 45. So what you could do is take your brush I don't know why I'm doing it on the black where I can't see anything. But I'm just taking a little bit of the ink, and you could paint. I need more water. I also like to wet my surface before I start doing this. So you could do this, and then you've got a really pretty embossed flower, and that embossing powder is going to resist your re-inker. And you could do the same without the embossing. And then the ink is actually going to sit in the grooves. And so you get two very different effects. So this one is with the embossing powder, and this one is just, it was supposed to be clear, but it had some black in there, so it pulled out with it. So you get the two different things. You can see these lines go darker because the ink pulls in there. And this is on the Maker Forte paper. So you could do that. You also could just do some smushing. So let's do some pink. Let's do some neon lights maybe. And some, I think I'm gonna go Fresh Prince. I don't know how this is gonna go, but what did Jen say? I think it was 43. Okay, I'll have to figure out ones we're missing. So I'm just going to do this, and I'm just going to touch the top so you can kind of see the difference. This is the one I painted. Here's the smush. Here's the one I painted. Here's the smush. So you can kind of see them side by side. So this one goes darker. This one gives you more of a halo effect. You also could just ink blend. And I'm going to pick some Vegas strip just to pick a contrasting color. My ink brush might be, I think my ink's wet. It's fine. And of course you could use your new little detailed ones to get into the areas. So you can blend over the top, or you can resist blend over the top. So you can do a ton of different things with the BetterPress. So what's everyone's verdict of the BetterPress? I'd love to know what you think. I have to say I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I thought, not yet, Mary, not yet, maybe in time. I thought I wouldn't like the BetterPress. I thought I was going to be like, it's overrated. But I actually kind of like it. Will I pull it out all the time? Realistically, probably not. But maybe for like some bulk Christmas cards or something like that, because I could just ink it up with some gold. And there was a Maker Forte gold, it just never came out. So I definitely could see me doing that. I like the fact I can use these finally. So that's my thought on that. Okay, so I had a die. I'm going to share with you something. We had these really cool dies ready. And I don't know if someone launched something like this. So I want you all to tell me. So it was a die that you could ink on it just like this. But at the same time, it also, at the same time, cut out. So you could use it in your regular Big Shot sandwich. You could use it in your regular, what's it called, sandwich? Like Gemini sandwich. The other thing you could do is it would ink and foil at the same time. So you could do like this. You see? You could do, like this was inked. So it has, it's very hard to see, but this has the debossed with the ink on it, and then it cut it at the same time. So it's kind of different. So I want to know if they exist, because if not, I have the die right here, and we developed this. This was before the BetterPress system even existed, so this was 3.5 years ago, and I still have it right here. I actually kept it in my craft drawer with my hot foil plates, and I was working on some designs. So if it works, so that's the one thing about this, is it worked in your regular machine. You didn't have to have the BetterPress or anything like that. If you had the hot foil, you could foil with it. If you had the just your regular die cutting machine, you could ink and BetterPress with it. So you didn't have to have a special platform in order to be able to do this. So that was kind of the cool part of it. So I'd love to know your thoughts on that. I don't know if it exists. I don't know. Maybe someone else released the product. I don't know. But anyway, if they didn't, I have it right here. So we could maybe think about that. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Just when I got the BetterPress out, I was like, I wonder if it's similar to this. But I love the idea of doing the BetterPress on black. And now, oh, that's a cool idea. I like the fact this is the one we did with the foil plates. This was ink blending. You could definitely do like smushing and spray them and have like watercolor effects under there. And then the different papers and inks and all that stuff on here as well. But I would say you could use the Maker Forte paper. So our paper is a little bit different. It is a natural paper, so it's nice and porous, which is why it's nice and smooth for blending and inking and stuff like that. So I guess maybe it's a little bit closer than some other papers. And now I have a whole drawer of cardstock right next to me, and it's all pre-cut and ready to go, and that makes me happy because that makes me want to craft, because it's easy to craft. And that's what it's, I think, all about. That's the one thing, like, I think this is really neat. There's me saying neat. I've lived in America too long. I think this is really neat. But, well, I really, and it's going to go, so this drawer right here, this is all my die cutting stuff. So that my glimmer plate is here, my cutting pads are here, all that kind of stuff. But honestly, will I really pull it out that often? Probably not. It's more going to be for a technique video or something specific that we're all working on. So that's my review of the BetterPress. If you do want to go get one, then you can go over to Melanie, and she's got some coupon codes and stuff you can do over at Scrappy Shack. If you are not already subscribed, please do subscribe. It makes a big difference. We're at 81,987, I think, when I went live. So let's get that over that 82,000. Thank you for all your support in the store. As I say, I'm going to mark the inks back up after this video once I print all the orders. So you've got like maybe like 20 minutes or so. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up for those of you watching. And yeah, I'll be live. I don't know about tomorrow because Tilly has skating. She's doing artistic roller skating. So we have skating lessons tomorrow. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'll definitely be live throughout the week. We've got lots of things coming up. We've got class next Sunday. So if you haven't already grabbed your bundle, it's in the link below. And we're going to go on Zoom and we're going to craft together from noon Eastern through to about 2 o'clock Eastern. We're going to use 2 stamp sets. And we're going to make a ton of cards, or knowing me, probably card fronts, because I never have time to like finish them into cards. But we'll be exploring some fun techniques and tips and just chit-chatting and all those kinds of things. And for those of you watching, like Donna, for Greg, to go and report back and leave comments on the channel. Please don't leave nasty comments on the channel. There's no need. We're all allowed our thoughts, opinions of what happened, and this is our space, my space, to talk, and we have an amazing community here. So just a little public service announcement. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video. I'm super excited. Thanks for joining me. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to try with the BetterPress. Like if you've been curious but you're worried about breaking it or not doing it, then leave the comments below and I'm happy to do a follow-up video. Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you very, very soon. Happy crafting, hollowers. Love you lots. Bye.